Okay, so I got a story that's crazy. I think that's really crazy. And I hope you'll stick around and listen to it to the end. It's kind of a convoluted story, but I have to kind of explain it in such a way as to hammer home the fact of how insane this is. To me, there was somebody, more knowledgeable than me, thinks I'm overreacting. Please let me know, but I don't think I am. But anyway, I was at work and we do dishes by hand. We got a 3-compartment sink. It's one of those big industrial 3-compartment sinks. Just a standard one. It's got a faucet in the middle that you can swing the arm out and fill up whichever sink you want. There's a wash sink, a rinse sink, and a sanitizer sink. So I mean, we don't have that many dishes, so we don't need like a automatic dishwasher machine. So anyway, okay, that backstory. And then we have soap dispensers and sanitizer dispensers underneath the sink that have hoses that go up to a nozzle that goes down in the sink, and when you turn it on, it mixes that chemical, the soap or the sanitizer, in with the water while it's filling the sink up. So it gives the right, proportions of chemical to the well, anyway, I noticed that it turns the water, tinges the water a different color. And some little bit of suds and stuff, Well, I noticed that the water would just look like water, just clear. And I was like, so I looked at the tube that comes through there, and it's kind of clear. I noticed it didn't look like anything was in the tube. So I was like, okay, maybe the bottle ran out, and somebody didn't change it, because usually it's me that notices it and changes it. If we have an extra one, I'll change it, or even if we don't have an extra one, I'll tell somebody to get one, because you got to have soap to wash dishes. Anyway, so I noticed it seemed like there was nothing in the tube. So I looked underneath, and there was a bottle there, and it was full, but it was full of a clear liquid. And it said I can't remember what it said right now, but it said something about dishwashing something. So I was like, okay, it's just a different kind, whatever. It's in the same kind of bottle though. Well, I was like, okay, so what's the problem with it? It's full. So I took it and took the cap off, and come to find out it was the wrong kind of bottle, because the bottle it's supposed to use has like this insert with a straw that goes down into the bottle, and at the top where the cap is just an O-ring and a gasket, and it fits down on top of that, and it sucks up the soap while the water's running, and it mixes it with the water. Anyway, this was that type of bottle. Whoever put it in didn't know no better and just put that kind of bottle. Well, so here, what I was going to do is first I was going to tell somebody later on, that's the wrong kind of bottle. Need to get the right kind of stuff. But I was just going to take it and pour it in the sink. But just something about it just looked like water. It didn't look like soap. It just looked like clear water and moved like clear water. So I was like, what is this stuff? And now I looked at the bottle, and I was like, and it was detergent made for an automatic dishwasher. And me being a plumber, I knew enough about automatic dishwashers to know that they use, I was pretty sure that they use like sodium hydroxide, among other things, to clean the dishes, because sodium hydroxide is caustic to your skin, but in an automatic dishwasher, it gets rinsed off and goes down the drain before you ever touch the dishes. So it's good to clean dishes with in that sense. But washing dishes by hand in it is dumb as hell, because you will get burned. I'm pretty sure in any kind of dilution of sodium hydroxide, you are going to get burned to some degree. I don't think you're ever supposed to touch any amount of sodium hydroxide. That being said, the second ingredient in this bottle was sodium hydroxide. It didn't say what amount, but I mean, it's a gallon jug. The first ingredient was water. The second ingredient was sodium hydroxide. And I wasn't going to test how much it would burn you. I'm not going to do that. I'm just pretty sure you're not supposed to touch it at all. And it even says on the bottle that it will burn your skin. It burns skin and eyes. Do not breathe the vapors. Wear gloves. If you touch it, wash your hands. I mean, that's not something you want to just immerse your hands in and wash dishes in. Now, I know who did this. I know who put this in. And he is like, I don't know. I know he's related to the owner of the company, but I don't know if he's an actual like part owner or he just works for the company. But anyway, he's like a big wig. He drives around in a company truck and stuff. So I told him, I said, this is basically crazy what happened. I said, I feel like I saved them a lawsuit, and I'm the one, if I hadn't like something hadn't told me to look at the ingredients on the bottle, I might have poured that stuff in the sink and stuck my hands in it. Or somebody else would have. And they would have probably been going to the hospital, I would think, because you got to think, when they stuck their hands in there and started washing dishes and their hands would have started burning, they might not have even known what was going on at first, or even any time, before their hands got really burnt. And they had, so any tell them what would happen. Even me, I'm not even real sure what you're supposed to do about sodium hydroxide getting on you. I don't think I've ever gotten any of them on me before. But I'm pretty sure I know that sodium hydroxide's in drain cleaner. I don't know the dilution of it either, but I do know that it will screw you up. So anyway, that's just crazy. I'm just wondering what they're going to do or say to me. I wonder if the guy that did it is going to say something to me, because I was told by the boss that she was going to talk to the person that did it. So I'm not sure if he's going to, come out his mouth to me or something. So we'll see. Stay tuned.